We turn from the helpful actions of police officers to one of the latest incidents of a black man losing their life at the hands of police, igniting outrage and protest in the streets. We're talking about the L.A. County Sheriff's deputies that fatally shot Dijon Kizzee after they say he was riding his bicycle in violation of vehicle codes. He was then shot after he tried running away, dropping a number of items, including a handgun. But with no apparent body camera of the incident, many people are now skeptical of the Sheriff Department's account of what really happened. Matt Gutman has the story.
Tonight, the family of Dijon Kizzee is demanding answers.
I know they killed my nephew, and I love him just like you love yours, if you have any.
The 29-year-old shot dead by police Monday in that sputter of gunfire you see in this video obtained by ABC News. You can hear those shots ringing and the screams of bystanders. The Los Angeles Sheriff's Department says deputies noticed Kizzee violating still unspecified vehicle codes when officers pursued him. He ditched his bike, began walking through the South L.A. neighborhood when deputies tried to arrest him. There was a scuffle, then those shots.
It is still shocking to me how the police can justify that they're in life or death danger and the person is running away.
The last 2 nights have seen demonstrations in the streets of South Los Angeles.
Tonight is about Dijon Kizzee, and we are going to respect his family. We're going to respect the community that lives here.
In this surveillance video, you can see deputies pursuing Kizzee. The LA Sheriff's Department says Kizzee was not armed at the time of the shooting, but he had been moments earlier.
Our suspect was holding some items of clothing in his hands, punched one of the officers in the face, and then dropped the items in his hands. The deputies noticed that inside the clothing items that he dropped was a black semi-automatic handgun, at which time a deputy-involved shooting occurred.
At least 6 eyewitnesses have told ABC News that Kizzee was backing away from the officers, hands in the air.
They killed that man for nothing. For nothing. He had his hands up.
A KBC helicopter later spotted a handgun by his body. This incident comes as police violence in Kenosha, Wisconsin, led to nationwide action last week. Los Angeles residents tell us these kinds of police shootings have become routine.
It's just unfortunate. I'm tired of this going on. You know, I done lost several family members in the past just few months to police brutality and police violence.
The LA Sheriff's Department is one of the largest law enforcement agencies in the country, yet it does not equip deputies with body cameras or dashboard cameras in their vehicles, unlike the Los Angeles Police Department, which requires body-worn cameras be turned on during any interaction with the public. Activists in Los Angeles are demanding that every law enforcement officer in L.A. wear body cameras.
This sheriff does not want body cams, because if he had really wanted that, again, this goes back 5 years, that could have been in place a long time ago.
On Tuesday, the L.A. Board of Supervisors opened an inquest into another officer-involved shooting by the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, the June 12th death of Andres Guardado after deputies shot the 18-year-old security guard in the back as he was trying to flee them. He was also unarmed. His family is now suing.
Matt Gutman joining us now from Los Angeles. And Matt, as you just pointed out, this isn't the first time the L.A. County Sheriff's Department has been scrutinized this year.
No, or the second or the third. In addition to this incident, there was the hanging death of a man named Robert Fuller in a suburb north of here, Kira. He was apparently someone who had committed suicide, but we didn't know that at the time. There was some fear and suspicion that he might have been lynched. The L.A. Sheriff's Department launched an investigation. Ultimately, they found that he had committed suicide, but not before releasing information to the public and journalists that somehow Robert Fuller had been wrapped up in lewd and lascivious behavior, that he had been charged for molesting a child, and that was the reason that he had committed suicide. The family's lawyer said that it was a racist rumor put out to try to besmirch the name of Robert Fuller posthumously, and they wouldn't abide by it. There are other incidents as well. And just a few minutes ago, I finally called the LAPD, the LA Sheriff's Department, to ask if they now know what that vehicle code violation was that had deputies pull over Dijon Kizzee. They said they still don't have that information. So this episode is probably going to go on for some time. There is more video we've learned that has yet to surface. We'll obviously bring that to you whenever we get that. Kira.
We'll be waiting. Matt Gutman, thanks so much for your reporting tonight.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.